Hey guys, and welcome to our review of Creed 2, directed by Stephen Caple Jr., starring Michael B. Jordan, Sylvester Stallone, Dolph Lundgren, Tessa Thompson, Florian Munteanu.
Don't know who that is.
Florian Munteanu?
Yeah.
Bridget Nielsen.
My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Tim McGavick.
I'm back again, baby.
Tim's back, baby.
We back, baby.
Phil Clark
We in this.
Yeah.
and Adam Franey.
Let's go. Creed 2, most anticipated film of 2018. By someone, probably. Not by me. But
Tim, can you give us the viewers a little synopsis of Creed 2?
Adonis Creed finds himself at odds with the people in his life when the son of Ivan Drago, the man who killed his father in the ring, challenges him to a fight.
that's who that was.
Calls them out, if you will.
Straight Russian style.
Tim, let's start with you.
Oh my god.
What are your thoughts on Creed 2?
Good evening.
Do you like the first? You must like the first one.
Briefly, I will say, first one's great.
Yeah.
I think I gave it like a heavy 4 when it came out.
It's really
I
good.
was very impressed with it. Wasn't expecting a whole lot. I think the Rocky series,
One take fights.
one take fight scene in the middle
Fire.
of the movie is fire.
Stallone,
That's why I was
also
so
known-
happy when there's a one fight scene in Black Panther. It's like,
Yes.
who's doing it?
Casino.
Performances
The
a
Ryan
lot were
Coogler
great in that
effect.
movie. I thought the characters were all interesting. They all had like their own like backstory, or well developed.
Fuck yeah.
But this one,
That was
But
Creed.
this one comes out 3 years
is it
later.
an improvement?
Get Creeded.
I don't think it's quite as good,
Oh.
but I still enjoyed this movie quite a bit. I will say. I thought performances, they didn't really skip a beat. They're all pretty solid. I'm glad Drago's son does not talk a whole lot because he's probably not a very good actor.
He's not an actor.
He's just an imposing.
What is
He's
he?
a fighter.
He's a fighter.
boxer.
He's like
A real boxer
yeah.
in real life?
Yeah.
AFC, away
Yeah.
from camera.
In AFC, this guy, IRL,
Punches
what's
people
happening
from
right
running.
IAB,
What?
is a
They had to
boxer.
train him how to like. They had to train him how to like fake punch, like movie punch in it,
Mm.
or else he would have like
Reverse.
he would have like
In
literally
Beat the shit.
beat the shit out of Michael B. Jordan.
Adonis.
Michael B. Jordan took one in the first one.
Yes, he
Remember?
did actually. Yeah.
Real punch.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought performance was really good. Didn't really skip a beat. I liked the character development as well. Sly Stone, great. I think Rocky is like his one like character he can just kill like every time. Like he's great as that character, especially like the aged one where he's just like using his wisdom to help out, and
Yeah.
he's seen this type of stuff before, so he like knows. He's like, I really like
I want
that.
you to make the same mistakes.
Yes.
I did, you know,
There's
Yoda
some good
Rocky?
moments in this.
Yeah.
There are some good moments.
Yoda Sly.
Some excellent
Fuck yeah.
excellent training montages, I will say.
Ooh.
A couple of them, pretty great. But I think it was missing that Coogler like style. Like I was expecting, like I wanted another one take or something like impressive. Didn't really get that. There were some gorgeous shots, like
Ooh.
there's some slow mo shots that happened during the fight that looks pretty sweet. But I was expecting just a little bit more something stylic.
You wanted to get
stylistically.
Koogled.
I want to get Coogled hard.
Kooglered.
Cooglered hard.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cooglered?
Coog Diddley.
Cooglered?
Instead of Stephen Kapanen Jr.
Stephen Caple Jr.
Stephen Caple Jr.
D-
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't really
Okay.
flow as well.
So,
Alright.
that was
Well,
fun.
I'm trying to think of anything I didn't
Sounds
like. There was just,
good.
yeah, it was just.
Good.
I thought it was paced a little bit not as well because in the first one there's like I think there's 5 or 6 fights. Like some are a little bit smaller. There's some major ones. There's literally 2 fights in this movie. And I think they could have added something else in there just to break it up because I think it does drag a little bit
you
after the
think-
first fight.
Did
Or
you
just before the
think,
first fight.
The fights were as good as the first one.
No, they were not as good as the first one. I will say. I think there were too many cuts in the fights. I like seeing
Yeah.
just
Just
a
two
well
guys slugging.
rehearsed, well shot fight scene would be.
Yeah, they'd be like,
Sliders.
they like ring the bell to start the fight,
Sliders.
and they like move in. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get that one
Yeah,
take,
and then
it's like reverse shot.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah, I wanted some one take stuff.
Yeah.
He was whooping ass under the water in that pool, though.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That pool got fucked
I
up.
was fucking with that.
Yeah, I'm saying there was some pretty cool stuff. Like I liked with the pool stuff. There's like a voiceover going as
Oh,
he's doing
yeah.
his training, and
That
like
was
when
sick.
he's underwater, the voice
Let's
has like
go.
this kind of
Cool,
watery,
Let's
and then
fucking
when he's
go.
above it, it's like very clear narration. It was pretty some pretty cool stuff in this movie. I will say.
Sound design.
The sound design was
Interesting.
good. Yeah.
Boom.
Interesting. Adam, let's jump over to you. What do you think about Creed 2?
What do
I
I
feel
think?
a little resistance from you. I don't know. Am I getting a
Resistance.
like?
Resistance
Like
is
maybe-
futile,
I don't know.
but
Do you
Is
like
it?
this movie?
Do you like Creed? You like Creed, right?
I love Creed. The
Right.
first Creed. Creed OG,
Creed.
Part 1. Creed 2, however, I thought was good.
Mm.
Oh,
Not shit.
okay,
Not amazing,
right.
but good.
Yeah.
I was loving it for the first 2 acts of this film. Emotional
Love.
complexity
Yeah.
was added.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Opening, was it the opening shot? A shot near the opening of the movie when Creed is talking to Tessa Thompson, confirms that he did in fact just take a shit. She leaves, and then you just hear Rocky's voice.
Yeah.
And he enters the frame.
Yeah.
I don't know, I got like goosebumps, I'm not gonna lie.
You can't quite see him. He's like in the mirror briefly.
He's
Yeah.
in the mirror in
But
the
you can
back
hear
of
his
the
voice.
door.
You're just like, ooh.
I was like,
yeah.
Yoda Rocky,
Yeah.
fucking OG,
Yeah, that's
Jedi level Rocky. Like, he's so much better as this, like, old, wise character, I feel like. Just, like, coaching Adonis, right? I liked, him proposing to Tessa Thompson and all that drama and, some other, I don't know what spoiler here, some other developments in the
Mhm,
relationship.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Picking up what you're laying down.
Thank you. One of Michael B. Jordan's best performances? Maybe
He's
the
great
best?
always.
He had some good scenes.
I thought he was killing it when he was in the hospital.
Yeah.
Didn't want to talk to Rock.
Oof.
Fire there.
Little missed. There was a little missed.
Right now there is. Oh my God. You're
Yeah, I
like,
know. You know what, guys? Take over, please. No, sorry. Yeah, he was. I thought he was fantastic. I thought, like you said, sly. He's like, oh, Escape from Prison Part 2 with Arnold wasn't doing it for him. Let me go back into the Rocky bag. And, he always gets up for
And
Rocky.
then we got Escape Plan 3 coming soon.
Escape Plan 3.
And then we'll do Creed 3 and then we'll be back on track again.
Get
Then
hyped.
Guardians of the Galaxy, probably Volume 2.
Yeah, wow. Tried to forget. That's gross. Yeah.
Pretty
It's
crazy.
just a mental block.
Yeah. So I was liking it a
I
lot.
liked it.
I did feel the third act went very heavy cheese, very tropey, like Rocky trope. Like there was something funny.
Phil's
Phil?
We'll
crying.
get there.
I was laughing when I shouldn't have been at the third act in general, like the final fight and just like there was just a lot of
Dangerous.
cheese. What?
It's dangerous.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
He's dangerous,
Yeah,
dude.
he is dangerous.
Oh, fuck.
Very like green screen, like composited crowd.
Yeah, that screenshot was terrible.
It was like NBA 2K crowd, like
Yeah.
just like all moving
noticed
as
that.
one, right?
It was weird.
That was cringe.
I think they used like the lights to try to hide it,
Yeah,
but the lights made it worse.
it was like because boxing arenas they'll do that, they'll like dim
Yeah.
the crowd lights.
Yeah.
But you're right, literally made
it made it worse. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's clearly not. They probably have like 3 rows of extras, and then the rest was just like CGI'd in. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if I loved the training montage in the desert. Also, you guys love that?
I thought the
What
head
was
thing
it?
looked really funny, and I laughed.
I laughed too.
He
Yeah.
had that weird like leather strap on his head. He's like, ah.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. That was kind
I
of funny.
can't take a neck workout
Yeah,
seriously.
yeah,
I thought I really thought you were talking about the guy that he fought, like in the tire. Like I thought that guy was just.
I did like the tire, like
Yeah.
each put a foot in.
It's like I'm your
Yeah.
desert enemy.
Dave Bautista with no neck.
It's
that
like they
guy.
go to like the wasteland or something,
Yeah.
like fucking Mad Max.
Literally.
Yeah.
And he's just driving, and like I'm like, what is he just running him till he pukes? Is that? It's like a mental discipline, I guess.
I don't know.
That they did. I don't know. It reminded me of like a truck commercial or something, like F-150 loaded up. You know when they dump the tailgate out. It looked like that.
Sam Elliott.
Didn't like that.
Yeah,
and then-
Chevrolet
Yes,
Silverado.
I was waiting for a Sam Elliott, like new Creed 2 Ford F-150 or something. And the music, I wasn't crazy about. Creed 1, we get that amazing Meek Mill song when he's running in the hood with
Yeah.
The dirt bikes.
oh, so fucking
I forgot
good.
about that.
Did they not
was
use the
sad.
Kendrick song in this
No,
movie? I
I
was
was
waiting for that.
waiting.
That would have been the best moment to use it was during
Thank
that
you.
train montage.
I think they
So it's
used
used so well in the trailer.
Yeah, I think the Meek Mill song was in the Creed 1 trailer, and then they used it.
Yeah, smartly.
And he's from Philly, obviously. So
Yeah.
it's, you know,
Philly based.
perfect.
Yeah.
This one, I was waiting for Kendrick DNA, didn't get it.
Oh, yeah.
Disappointing. Yeah, and the music was a little underwhelming.
Overall, though, you.
Overall, I did like it though. It just got, like I said, the first two acts were great. I was like, oh my god, they've done it. It's as good as the first one. But the fights were underwhelming. I think it's probably not a great thing when the fights aren't good in a Rocky/Creed movie.
In a boxing movie? the
In a
fight should
boxing
be good,
movie,
right?
you'd like the boxing to be good.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright.
I like the way the last fight ended. We'll talk about it more in spoilers. But
We'll get to that. Phil, what do you think about Creed 2?
we talked briefly. You're a big Rocky fan, I know.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Rocky fan.
That's why I
Grew
wanted
up,
to know.
I've seen every Rocky movie, including Balboa. The one where he fights the young fighter. Was that released like 12 years ago? I think?
PS2 sim?
Yeah.
PS3 sim?
Yeah,
With
PS3
Milo
sim.
Ventimiglia.
Yes.
That's very impressive.
This movie, if you had a checklist of Rocky movies, it had every ingredient, but it wasn't well meshed, in my opinion. I found it was good, but it just came off light.
Wait, did you like Creed 1?
I loved Creed 1. I thought Creed 1 was great
Continue.
because you have that sense that this Creed isn't just, Adonis isn't just
band.
Apollo's son. He also has that bit of Rocky, the people's champ,
Yeah.
like this internal struggle. Is he this,
Right.
I forget his other last name, or is he a Creed? Like,
Yeah.
he has that, and that's what his trunks, it says Creed on the front, and his other last name on the back, right? Because he's got that. And his conflict in the first one is very important to the movie. In
Okay.
this one, he's just angry, and I just felt it like, while he was performing well, I just don't think the story was there
Like
at the same
acting wise,
level.
performing
Yeah,
well?
I've seen Rocky in
So
the
the
first
plot,
one.
you mean? Like the story
The
itself?
plot was just like, it was all the beats, but it just didn't seem to mesh well to me. Like, it just didn't feel like a Rocky movie.
The way I would have done it, I would not have had him fight Drago twice. I would have had him build up to one big fight at the end, and then
I like that because that kind of happened in Rocky 4, which this movie's
yeah,
paralleled to, I guess you would say, because that's
that the one
where
with Drago?
Apollo dies with Drago, and Bridget Nielsen, who plays the wife there, also plays the wife in this one.
Bridget.
Fringe, am I right?
that was distracting because I only know her from this real life.
From what?
Have you seen the other Rocky movies?
No, I've seen Rock. Yeah, I've seen the first two. And I've seen, and I'm aware of what happens in like the
3,
rest
4,
of them.
5, 6.
That was like her first acting gig was in Rocky 4, I guess it is.
I actually found Ivan, is that his name? Not
Ivan.
the son. The son.
Victor's the son?
Victor. I found Victor to be more compelling than a lot of the like main characters.
Really?
Yeah, because he would like had this. You could tell like
His story.
he was like struggling with his parental
Situation.
situation
Right.
more so than. And I
Adonis.
felt like it was more real than everything else in the movie. I liked parts of it. I thought, like I said, I think it hit all the boxes. Training montage, old wise coach, that fighter coach struggle. A lot of good things in there. Just didn't land it well.
Just didn't have the
Didn't
structure.
stick the land.
Didn't stick the landing.
Stitched nicely.
Not really. I thought there were some great shots. I agree with a lot of what you guys said. I just didn't. I felt like it's, if you're gonna give me a Rocky movie list, it's gonna be in the bottom 4.
Bottom 4.
4
Bottom 4.
out of 7?
Out of
Well,
8? Out of 8?
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in. This movie I found to be incredibly boring.
Oh, incredible.
I was just bored. I think that's my biggest takeaway from this film.
Wow.
So enough fights.
Nothing grabbed me. I agree with a lot of you guys have said. Sorry. Hits all the beats. Of a Rocky film. Which I find a detriment. But yeah, the acting was fine. I thought Michael B. Jordan was, above average. Stallone, solid. Everyone was solid, right? I just thought this movie did nothing to elevate itself to more than just a standard run-of-the-mill boxing story.
Do you think Creed did that? Because
I think Creed did.
I think Creed did as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the Ryan Coogler effect, you know?
Yeah, that's interesting.
And he 100% elevated what you would normally expect. When I heard Creed, I'm like, oh, you know,
Yeah, I was
like
not pumped
this
for
franchise
Creed.
is dead. Like, why are they beating a dead horse? Like,
Yeah.
nobody asked for this. And, you know, Ryan Coogler took what he knew of that, you know, world, that world, and sort of elevated it with his own sensibilities. And this film, you know, we got Stephen Caple Jr. in there, you know, a little hired gun, no
Yeah,
offense.
he directed
SCJ.
almost nothing big before this, I'm pretty sure.
You know,
Like one
and
feature.
he's sort of running with what Ryan Coogler started, and I just thought he didn't do enough to keep it elevated, and I thought it kind of, you know, went back down to a very average level. And you know, just the fact that the fights, we talked about, the fights you would think would be the high point of a boxing film, right? Incredibly boring, like, and extremely predictable. Like,
Yeah.
obviously he wasn't going to win the first fight.
How? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Did
okay,
anyone was anyone
this
surprised?
is like what 40 minutes
How-
in,
It's like literally impossible.
Yeah.
Right?
45 minutes in. I'm like,
Win.
I was shocked that
Okay,
the
he
first
loses.
fight came up. I was like,
I was like, what the fuck is
I
happening?
was like, did I fall asleep and I like missed like the second act? Because I'm like, this is happening already? Are you crazy?
Because that's what happened in Rocky 4. Like, there's a fight early on between Apollo Creed and Ivan Drago, but Apollo Creed dies, so it sets up the movie after that. Because you're like, oh fuck, Apollo Creed
Right.
is literally dead
I thought they were gonna
because
kill
of this
Creed.
man, like this boxing man. I was
I
like,
was like, have they lost their? This is the boldest.
Then
choice.
Rocky fights Young.
and just Rocky fights Ivan Drago,
Tessa
like
Thompson
just old man style.
fights Ivan Drago.
Tessa Thompson fights
Victor.
Victor?
Drago. Yeah.
and like gets
So
destroyed
very-
because she's not a fighter. I don't know.
No, she
Um,
kills him in her voice.
She sings him to
dances
death.
him to death. We talked about how cringe she was. I thought she was cringe in her singing and dancing performance.
She
introduces.
what's it called?
walks him out.
She lip synced that 100%.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was bad.
Gross.
That was not her voice.
She's a really good actress. I like her.
Yeah, I
But
usually like
I was horrified when she was singing.
Yeah, I just thought, like I was saying, sorry, the fights were just like, I don't know, just predictable. Like, this whole movie is predictable to me. I'm just like, yeah, okay, in my head, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna happen, okay, yeah, and then this, and then, the movie ended, I'm like,
Yep.
oh, I thought,
That's the
is
movie.
there end credits? Like, can something surprise me here?
No.
Like, can something please shock me? Like, do something, like,
No.
I don't know. I was just like, the whole movie, I'm just like, guys, please give me something. Give it to me.
Not a reaction.
Give
was
it to me.
had.
Give it to me, Steve. Capel.
Junior.
Junior.
Steve didn't
yeah,
give
I
it
don't know.
to
I
you?
just wasn't into it. I was just bored.
It's fair.
I don't know.
I would agree.
And I don't disagree with anything you guys said. Like,
So you hate
acting, I liked some things, but it was just, I don't know. It's just, nah.
Flat.
For me.
Flat.
Let's give our ratings and we'll get into spoiler talk. I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna go 2 out of 5.
me. Woo!
I'm gonna go heavy 3.
Below average.
Heavy 3.
Jesus.
Phil.
This guy fucking hates it.
Heavy 2. Thick 2. Thick, juicy 2.
See?
Tick 2.
Then I'm gonna go heavy 3.
Yeah.
Oh
With my
fuck! You
man.
guys loved it.
It's
I mean, first one's a
the
heavy
fuck?
4, so it dropped a full rating.
Yeah.
But-
Dropped 2 stars.
my
for me.
favorite film of the year, probably. Heavy 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the highest I go.
Yeah.
If you guys have never seen the show.
It's a comedy.
Heavy 3 heavy 3. Yeah.
Heavy 3 to heavy 3.
Yeah.
Well, fair warning, if you haven't seen Creed 2, we will be discussing some spoilers, so you've been warned.
Is there any spoilers to be had?
Yeah. His family.
Apollo Creed dies. Oh
movies
shit! No,
ago.
that wasn't.
30
Oh, nothing
years
surprising
ago,
happened in
yeah.
this movie, right? There's nothing to talk about.
No, the daughter, I guess. You can talk about that.
Daughter's deaf.
Deaf daughter.
okay.
Like, well,
I guess.
Or hard of hearing daughter because she has hearing aids
Yeah.
in.
She has a hearing impairment.
Mm.
They have a daughter.
that was
I
That's
thought
a hearing
that
impairment.
touched me. No.
the
me a
moment
little
when you
bit.
find out that
Come on.
she
Come
can't
on.
hear. Yeah, it was touching.
It's
But then when
touching.
Rocky's like, "You love her any less?" and he's like, "No, what the fuck?" and it's like, okay, then like it's done. It's like, oh yeah, this is done, and then just like shut the book on it, and they never talk about it again. It's like
That's true.
it's literally just like okay,
To
we've
me, it
covered
felt
this
kinda
plot.
forced. It was kind of forced to me. Like it wasn't like
True.
earned. I don't know. It was just like
To what
she
end?
has a hearing impairment. You know, in the first one, there was more conflict with that in the relationship. You know, and she wanted to pursue her career because her career might not last very long because she's going to lose her hearing. And this film, you don't get a ton of that. You get a little bit of that. You know, she wants to move to LA because of that to sort of, you know, speed up her career by being in LA. And then, you get the kid in it, and it's just sort of, it's kind of this annoyance to me. This kind of side thing that wasn't fully developed, and it's kind of a forced emotion. I don't
Forcing
know.
drama.
Yeah,
Would you say?
and it didn't really add anything to me. I found.
In the first time he fights Victor, everyone is like, "Why are you fighting this guy?" And they spend a good portion of the movie discussing why he fought that guy. I have seen the movie. I am well versed in Rocky lore. I still don't understand why he fought him the first time.
Because he
Like,
called him out.
Call him
His
out.
father killed his father.
He's a proud dude. You gotta do it.
He ain't no bitch, man.
Ivan doesn't say anything till after the first fight. Like he literally does not say a word till after the first fight.
Ivan Drago.
Victor Drago. Victor does not say a single word until after that fight, which I like that he was a silent
It was
character.
just in
I know
the-
he's a bad actor, but
Ooh.
he's not. Well, he's not an actor. He's a boxer, but like I like
was
that
fine
because
with that.
Ivan Drago was like, if he dies, he dies in Rocky
Shit.
4.
Yeah.
Also, not a very verbal character.
Gold
No.
line.
He dies.
Love that line.
Sorry, I just gotta look some up.
Yeah, look it up.
I gotta get a name. Just yeah, talk among yourselves.
What else we got, guys?
I like
we all
that-
love it.
I like that interview.
Five.
That interview thing that he does, like before the first fight, when he's like boxing with the shadow boxer with the pads. That was actually really cool. Like it cuts in and it zooms in, and the whole time he's just like boxing and doing this like crazy combination. I thought that was great.
That was fire.
There was no speed bag in this, though.
Missing a speed bag.
Which one's
Missing
Missing
a
one of the
speed
check
bag.
marks.
There is a speed bag.
Max Kellerman.
Not like that though. There's like a
Who's
speed
that?
bag. Like
There's like a
He's a real life like sports.
Scott Van Pelt was
Oh,
in
the
this too.
guy that looks
Commentator.
like Stephen James almost. Or
no, that's a real guy. Yeah.
Stitch. The guy who plays Stitch looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Wow, what's it? Is Stephen James almost?
Yeah.
Max Kellerman and Scott Van Pelt.
Are they the? Oh,
The
this
sports
bugged me.
comic.
Yeah.
The narrators are fucking terrible in this.
Yes,
The
I'm
colors.
sorry, Max. I
Yes.
like you. I like your
Yes,
NBA
it
commentary.
looks like Adonis.
He's great.
Sets
He's a
up his
great-
own legacy, and I'm like, why are you telling me this?
Yeah, like you don't have to commentate
Oh,
the
God,
movie
I
for
forgot
me.
about that
Commentate
part.
the fight, not the movie.
It's a 3. That takes off a half. I totally forgot about that. That
That-
was cringe.
Tim,
I love you,
You're
Max.
leaving me alone on this island to die.
I
I'm
actually
sorry,
like
I
Max
forgot about
Kellerman
that.
in real
I
life.
think he's very.
I like
He's got
him
some
too.
very good points. I think he's
Yeah.
a smart guy, and this is not a good look for him.
No,
No, like
they rely on it too much as like
that doesn't happen in the first one, right?
no,
That's
no.
They're literally there to
He's
explain.
narrating the movie. He's commentating on the movie.
Yeah.
In Balboa, Skip Bayless does this, but he doesn't voice over the fight. He just talks about the fight on TV, and Rocky sees him talking about the fight,
Yeah.
which works a lot better because that's literally his job is to talk about these kinds of things. And Rocky's like, listening to this guy talk about him. It's like that's what sets him off to do the fight,
Yeah.
for charity.
This just that was bad.
Yeah, it bothered me. I'm sorry, Max.
You're right. I totally forgot about that.
Cringe.
Very cringe.
I was like, he's explaining like the significance of things happening. I'm
It's
like,
like, I
I
get
get
it.
I get it. I get it.
You know what else was cringe?
Yes,
Get
it's
it,
creating his own
man.
legacy. I get it. You don't have to tell me that. I'm like, what the fuck?
The HBO interview that
Heavy one. No, it's a 2.
The
Jesus
HBO interview
Christ.
that he does.
Adonis.
Adonis.
Yeah.
Does. The first one, he's like, yeah, he just he killed my dad. I'm trying to
Yeah,
get revenge
yeah,
on
that was
him.
cringe.
It's like
What? What?
I don't even
Oh
believe
my
this in the
God.
context of you doing the interview. Like not even as a movie part. It was like it was bad as an interview in the movie, and it just made the movie look weird.
What do you guys think about like the very end of like Rocky like seeing his son, his grandson?
I like that.
You guys like that?
I
A little
like that, yeah.
mist. A little
You
touch
look
of
like
mist.
you look like your grandmother or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However he phrased
yeah.
it, something like that.
He has that relationship with
Judge?
his son that's like contentious.
Or like he
and
looks
back
like
and
your
forth and
Yeah.
your mother or whatever.
very very different than the relationship he had with Adrian.
Yeah, I like that scene. Didn't expect it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Brought back This Is Us.
When he threw
Is
the
that the guy
ball,
from
This is us.
Yeah.
Heroes.
Milo.
Milo
somebody?
Ventimiglia. Something
Yeah.
like that.
when he throws his
Was he in
grandson
previous
the ball,
ones?
Yeah,
He's in
Balboa.
Balboa. Plays
Mm,
his kid.
didn't see it.
Plays his son in it.
Oh,
You'll
that
never
makes
guess.
sense. Oh.
He looks a lot like him. I feel like he has the same like lip.
Yeah, they have that same like dead nerve thing. That just, like,
It's weird because they reconnected at the end of Balboa, but Balboa is such a like
it's like
one-off
12 years ago
movie
as well.
that no one watched.
Yeah,
I didn't
That's
see it.
crazy that like
It's a-
nobody saw
I've seen
Balboa.
it because I
so
love
have I.
Was that 2006?
I'm just guessing.
It's
12
somewhere
years
like
ago.
that.
But I think they mentioned it's been like 12 years since I've seen it, or whatever the fuck. And
Was there anything else you guys want to mention specifically about Creed 2?
I like that Ivan threw in the towel for his son.
Right.
Very touching moment. And he's
Ooh.
like, his kid's like almost crying, and he's like, "It's okay, it's okay, man." I was like, "Damn, sympathy for a guy who
That's
murdered
like
somebody
the
in
theme
ring."
of the movie. It's all like emotion. I
Yeah.
feel like the first one was all about rising and like more boxing, and it just like went totally. When I liked this, it was like I thought it was bold to not focus on the fighting. Like there's very little boxing in this movie, and I did appreciate that.
Yeah,
Like the
I do want to say,
emotional-
like, I agree with what you were saying, Phil, about how you liked Victor's kind
Victor-
of story.
Yeah,
I kind of wish there was like more like
it's hard, I
Drago.
guess, because like if he's like his dad's silent, doesn't talk a lot. He's not gonna talk a lot.
Yeah,
He's not an
Yeah.
actor, so it's hard to like bring that out. But it was
Sure.
interesting. Like when his mom sits down at that table and they both just like get up and like
Ooh, shit.
throw in the napkin and get out of there. Like I thought that was nice.
I thought she was cringe.
She,
but-
same actor
Cringy, yeah.
as Rocky IV, his wife, Midget Brielson. Bridget Nielsen. Midget Brielson. Shout out Midget Brielson.
I do think
She
like a
was cringe.
Drago
Wait,
movie
before-
would be like pretty interesting. Like it would be more like experimental, like really quiet,
Weird.
long scenes of them just training in the
A silent film?
Ukrainian
That's
fucking winter.
That's why I was so hyped for this movie, because I was like, oh, like this, like Creed was shockingly good, and they've got Drago and Creed and Ivan and Rocky, and they're all gonna be, and like that's the poster. It's like those two and then the other two. I was like, I am.
Yeah, there should be
in.
more conflict between.
I am so
Rocky
in.
and Victor.
And then it was like, we're done. Okay, well,
Well,
That's fair.
I think that'll do it for our review of Creed 2. Check it out in theaters if you want. Tim, where can people find us?
People can find us on Facebook and on Instagram at Upper Real Light Podcast. You can find
That's
me
good.
personally on Letterboxd at Upper Real Tim and on Instagram at The Craft Pundit.
you can find me on Letterboxd at Wicked Swami. I'll be posting the reviews.
Good for you.
Nice. Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter at Franey25 and Instagram and Letterboxd at UpRealAdam.
Find myself, Scott, on Letterboxd at UprealScott. And yeah, guys, if you enjoy this video, leave a like on it. Leave a comment below in the comment section if you want to join our discussion. And, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. And as always, keep it real.